Hi, everybody, and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles, and on this episode, we're going to discuss Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Jado being kicked out of Bullet Club. Now, early this morning in Japan, we had seen previously on Impact where Jay White had said he had kicked out the Good Brothers and kicked out the Gorillas of Destiny and brought in the Good Brothers. And they attacked him there. Meanwhile, in New Japan, Gato was trying to recruit the rest of the Bullet Club to join Jay White. And we didn't really get to see what would the fallout be in New Japan from Jay White's actions in Impact until early this morning, at the time of this recording, of course. And we get Tama Tonga versus Evil in a New Japan Cup match. The House of Torture comes out, they get involved. The Bullet Club, specifically Bone Soldier, Taiji Ishimori, and LP, come out, and they look like they're going to make the save. They look like they're going to help Tama ward off the House of Torture, which not necessarily House of Torture cheating for Evil wouldn't necessarily have precluded them from joining with Tama, as we've seen in the G1 last year. But as we're there, Bone Soldier hugs Tama Tonga. LP loads up his boot, hits him with the super kick, and officially the entire Bullet Club attacks the Gorillas of Destiny and Jado, which kind of surprised me a bit. Jado and Gato being on separate sides, because for 30 years they haven't been on separate sides. So that's very interesting at that part. Bad Luck Fale being one of the people leaving it, considering he's legitimately a cousin to Tama Tonga. That's interesting as well. That's something that I wouldn't have expected. Chase Owens, an honorary Tongan, I wouldn't expect him to turn on Tama and Tongaloa, but they did, and now we're living in the fallout of that. It's, to me, and I know Bullet Club isn't where it used to be. It isn't as popular or as famous as it was when Kenny Omega was there, or AJ Styles or Fergal Devitt were there. But it's still carried on, and it's still been pretty popular with Jay White as the leader somewhat. And then we had, the whole thing with COVID kind of threw a monkey wrench into the whole Bullet Club thing. People were in America, people were in Japan. They were acting separately. The rise of the House of Torture inside the Bullet Club, kind of like the Elite in the Bullet Club, a subgroup, kind of split off and made something different. I really think, and I hate to say this because I've been a Bullet Club fan, I think this is the end of the Bullet Club. I think we might have a Bullet Club going forward, but they're never going to be relevant again. Jay White, while he's a fantastic talent, I don't think he's going to stick with the Bullet Club thing forever. And I feel like it's kind of like if you watched WCW back in the day and they had all of the NWO reunions. This kind of feels like that. Especially kicking out, Gorillas of Destiny, the most successful tag team that's ever been in the Bullet Club, kicking out Tama Tonga, one of the core four, him, Fale, Carl Anderson, and Prince Devitt were the core four, the original members of the Bullet Club. To kick him out, kind of storyline-wise and realistically-wise, kind of signals the end to me. Even though they're going to go on as the Bullet Club, how can you be the Bullet Club without Tama Tonga? Him and Fale are the only two that have been there from the beginning. They're the original members. So now, even though Carl Anderson's back, the only person that's been there since the beginning and stayed the whole time is Bad Luck Fale. And I know a lot of this, a lot here, I'm half kayfabing and half talking real, so it's a very confusing thing. I think they made a huge mistake when Kenny Omega left, not making Tama Tonga the leader of the Bullet Club. I think he was primed for it, and I still do. I think Tama Tonga could be one of the guys that's a mainstay and one of the top tier talents in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm kind of wondering if this is a pre-shot because Tama Tonga maybe has told them, or him and his brother have said that maybe this is their last year in New Japan. I don't know. I'm just spitballing thinking right now. What's going to be interesting to me is what comes of this. We have Kenta, who's out with injury, but had ties to the House of Torture, but he was also brought in the Bullet Club by Tama Tonga, so where does his loyalty lie? He lives in Orlando, which Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa both live in Orlando. Hikuleo, I assume he's gonna join with his brothers. I don't see, even storyline wise, them splitting him off. But then we get into the interesting thing. Who else do they recruit? Because 3 people can't go up against 12. Who are they going to recruit to join them? Are they going to recruit Adam Cole, who we've seen still technically has never been kicked out of Bullet Club on the New Japan side? Are they going to recruit Hangman Page, maybe? I think that would be an interesting development to bring Hangman Page in to lead the Tama Tonga to the Gorilla of Destiny version of the Bullet Club. Maybe when Kenny Omega comes back, he comes back to help his former friends, even though there was falling outs between them. And that's where the interesting thing is coming. Are they going to pull people from other clubs in Japan? Is someone like an Aaron Hanari going to leave his group to join the Bullet Club, or join, I'll call them the Gorillas of Destiny? Is he going to join GOD? Are they going to pull, I don't know, Yuji Nagata to join them? And with their history, who's going to stand beside him? Is Okada going to stand beside him? They've burned him 1,000 times. Is Tanahashi going to stand beside him? He's been burned 1,000,000 times too. So, going forward, it's a very interesting story to see how this all plays out. I think, and honestly, the saddest thing for me is this really signifies, to me, the end of Bullet Club. Now, I'm not saying that it can't be something better, but going by history, when you start splintering off, when you start having these, let's say, reboots of the Bullet Club, I don't think you're ever going to catch that lightning in a bottle. Bullet Club was lightning in a bottle, and I don't think you're ever going to catch that again. But to me, I'm interested to see what goes on going forward. I'll keep you posted if you don't watch New Japan. But basically, if you could, like this video, share the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber and you like what I'm doing here. And if you've watched this long, I know you enjoy the video. Give me a gorillas in the comments to let me know you watched to the end. I would have said GOD, but I don't know if GOD might get banned for saying God. I don't know. But just put gorillas in the comments if you watch this far. With all that being said, my name is George Coles, and this has been another Heel Heat.